Good evening, everyone. Welcome again. My name is Jeff Arcos. Today it is Monday, 26th of November, 2018. It's around 8 p.m. Queensland time, and about to start FX Live introduction webinar. All right, so we're going to run for 1 hour. We will see a few things that might interest in you. I have done this for the last 6 years. And one of the comments old people does is say, wow, I couldn't believe it that to come to a free live webinar and to learn something very powerful. Okay, was my comment to people, say to them, tell me what is getting married is a risk, one of the biggest risks in life. So what is the key to overcome risk in trading? I say even driving a car is a risk. So what is the answer for that? Because I am afraid to take risk and never going to do nothing in life. Well, get a car insurance and then you can drive your car. So in trading is the same. One of the most important key in trading is risk management. And this is why I remember meeting a guy on one of the expos I used to do around this country. He says, Jeff, trading is nothing about technical, fundamental, physical, spiritual, moral, whatever you want to say. Trading is all about money management. And once you got that right, you can do anything in trading. And tell you, he really nailed that moment when he said that. Trading is a stress. That's, I remember myself scratching my head for many years, saying this is never going to happen, and how truthfully it was this thing. And I say, yes, it is. Trading is a stress, but what is the answer to become out of the stress? Some people say, oh, the fear and greed is what really destroy trading. And people go into seminars how to get rid of fear and greed and say, look, the only way you're going to get rid of fear and greedy is when you die. While you're still there, you know, those feelings will be there. So what is the answer for it? Is a trading plan. So once you got a trading plan in place, you are not the one who trading, is your trading plan who trades for you. And your trading plan executes your entries, stop loss, targets, and money management. And once you got that one right, then things change completely. Why Forex? Well, this is why. Show me the money. $5.3 trillion a day, is a figure that nothing compares in this planet. There is nothing that we can see in planet Earth that has more volatility, and it's amazing. You look at the New York Exchange, the Tokyo Exchange, and the London Exchange, not even those three combined, match the daily average trading volume. And that's what trading is. Forex is so special for, I think, for everyone in this planet. For me, Forex is the best market. Like I said to you, I did the Australian Stock Exchange, and yes, we got some goodies and bad in these ones, but Forex for me is the best because it's the only market that is identified with a pair. You always will see the Euro US, Pound US, US Swiss, US Canadian, around 35 pairs. The major ones, the tradable ones that you will see always in a pair. So this is when attract me for the first time I watched this. And the only thing you have to have a system that you can identify who's strong and who is weak and match them up. And this is being actually the incredible success on trading Forex like nothing else. I always ask questions to people that said, if next week Mike Tyson will fight with Jeff Arcos, well, you will bet your money. And people laugh and, and they say, look, you are my friend now. Well, you can, if you have something like this one that you can see who is strong and who is weak, tell you your life will change forever. And that's why there is nothing else that in the market that can give us this thing. So the only thing is to find who is strong and who is weak every week, and then you can actually trade in with very confidence. every week. Then I find, this kind of, fundamental way of explaining about there. I have bought it. I have built so many of these in my all, maybe 6 years, and I already have my own, and it's been quite successful until now. The benefits of Forex. I always say to people, if anything in life you want to do or achieve, look for the benefits, because the benefits will actually motivate you to do things. When I ask people, why you want to lose weight? Give me a reason, no excuse. And say, I'm sick and tired. Well, that's for me excuse. But if you said, I want to be fit, I want to be healthy, I want to, wear my normal clothes. So that's actually reasons why. That's the benefits of losing weight. So with Forex, it's the same. I'm looking for the benefits. It will actually motivate you to achieve these things. And first of all, as we see already, is the liquidity and volatility. There is nothing in planet Earth that moves the way the Forex does. The market hours, you are not bounded to, normal hours. You have 24 hours, 5.6, through the week, days that you can actually trade this. You can start with the ridiculous $50, in Forex, depending on the broker you're using. And, it's no fixed lot size. It's no commission. You only pay the spreads. It has a margin-based trading. Is you profit regardless the market direction. The regulations we have in the Forex and the stock market when the market is going short. With this one, you don't have that problem. For me, it's the best ATM machine. I always sometimes I try to teach my wife this, she's here with me. And when I start to show her things, I say, Jeff, this is too complicated. You show me the money. That's all you want to show me. All right. So today I'm going to show you the money. How many of you are excited that today you're going to see how money flows? No one has left these introductions webinars that I do without going back and start making money with this strategy that I'm about to show you. Very simple, very black and white. And there we start. My famous, unique, what can I say to this? The weekly candle close. This is everything that it will actually, the 2 days workshop that I run, you will leave that room just an overwhelming of what you can learn with the weekly candle close. 2013, I posted a video as thanks to many people who's been with me, and to anyone around the world. And suddenly, this video, I have received emails, I have received people who thank me for this video. But in this video, actually, I post the power of the weekly candle close, and I will show you more in detail. But if you just go to YouTube and then you put a weekly candle close or Jeff Arcos Trader, and you will see this video. Keep this video with you, watch it many times as you want it, because there is a lot of power in this video that you will see here. So what is the strategy altogether with the weekly candle close? It's very simple. All right. I'm looking on the weekly bars. I'm not interested on the open of the bar. I only looking for the low and the high of the bar, which is called the range. Then what I really am more interesting, is the midpoint that we have over here, and with the close of the candle relate to the midpoint. So I'm looking the 50% of this range, and then I look the close. Now, of course, if the close is just about the 50, maybe it will give us the better possibilities. If it close 60, 80, 90, or 100, whatever the highest, the closer it is, the better. So then the following week, what I do is to trade everything that I want in only one direction, long. All my indicators and tools and actually expert advices that GMT and Jeff Arcus has is dedicated to this principle only. So we're looking at the range of this bar. we don't get the open, and we look in the midpoint, which is this one over here. And if the close is below to the midpoint, like this one, the next week or Monday morning, I'm looking to go short. That's it. That's all I can really show you about this. Now you would say, how stupid simple is this? Well, it is the way it is this thing. So that's all I have to show you with the weekly candle close. One of the thing for me, the close of the candle relate to the midpoint of the range of the weekly is a special indicator. That's the only indicator I'm using. The open of the candle of any time frame is made by the beginners, but is the close the one defines the direction. When I used to trade the market, the Australian stock market, I used to be 5-10 minutes before the 4 o'clock closing of the market. The volume used to come amazing, and I never understood why. You know, the whole day went up, 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 and suddenly 10 minutes before the market came and closed very low, knowing that the close of any candle is made by the prophet. That's the one who has the money to make the move the market, and the next day the market gaps in that direction. So that's what I have an interesting in the close of the candle, but relating to the midpoint of that range. The candle close give me the direction of the price future price movement. The candle close will give you a setup for the possible trade. The candle close combined with the trend is very, very powerful. The candle close is used by expert professional traders, as I have seen many of these. The weekly candle close has his method and system. It always will leave the 20% at the top, the 20% at the bottom of the market. I always say, people, the tops and the bottom of the market, only God does know. And he never whispered me to me. He never tell me where are they. So I have to figure it out there. So the only thing I take is the 60 in the middle. If you are happy to take the 60 in the middle on a consistent basis, you are in business. It's 100% mechanical. And actually, our tools and indicators is actually dedicated only for this matter. No emotion, no stress. If the candle close is telling you go short, you just go short. If the candle close says go long, you go long, and nothing more than that. I have a dream that I want to do actually a book, and I want to call the Trading for Dummies, and it's gonna become the bestseller book on this planet because of what you're going to see today. I will show you, all the results and everything today. Works for all markets. Now, no, it's only for Forex. You can trade commodities, indices, the stock market, Bitcoin, anything that you want to try. Is for me the trend indicator, price action. Now, why I choose the weekly? Many people say to me, why you choose the weekly? We have like around 8 time frames to trade. And I remember one person used to say to me, what time frame trader are you? And he repeat this question over and over and over again. All right. So when every decision, if I'm in the daily chart and the 4-hour chart and the 1-hour chart, my decisions is made because of the weekly time frame. I'm a weekly time frame trader. All right. And for me, the weekly time frame is my trend indicator. Is the middle ground between the monthly and the daily. All right. Not too late, not too early. So it's the middle ground. That's what I like, the weekly candle close. And it's actually is a filter of all trades. Now let's look in currencies. Now what we're going to see here, just going to pop up my chats here. So what you're going to see over here is very simple. I using in the video that you see, I'm using only 2 time frames, the weekly and the 4 hours. All right. And from that point, the only thing I'm going to be doing is, now I have sort of mastered this strategy through the years after, since 2013 to now, and it's much to do. But in this case, we're only going to be looking, when the weekly candle close is below, we're going to be looking to short, we're going to be looking to long, nothing more. Whatever the weekly is telling us, go long, go short, go long, go short, whatever is telling us, you just follow the way it says to you like that. Okay, so we're gonna see these chats that are already done it. So following where it is, nothing happened that week, whatever it is, but only following the weekly candle close one by one as it is. All right, so let's go back to our presentation, and you will see here. Here we have the Australian US. This is now 5 months straight, and here we are, a weekly candle close. Now, something I always say to my students, that for me, the first week that turns around always become the better week to trade. The first week that turns around. The first week that turns around. Now, this system is not 100% system, all right? Nothing is 100%. So you got to understand this. And but this system is giving me incredible results. All right, so the first week, you know, whether sometimes goes sideways, we don't know when it's happened. Actually, I have a system that allow me not to trade the sideways market, but to trade the high possible group trading markets to avoid all this. All right, so we're gonna see there. So what we're gonna do in the 4 hours, exactly what I did in the video, the 2000, is trading whatever the weekly says to us, trading the market above or below, depending of the weekly candle close. And let's have a look what this market did for us in this period over there. So this one was a little bit, not really much, break-even position. There is 1 week is telling a short, so I'm looking to go short regardless anything that done. So that was not too bad. There's a long, so we're taking here, you know, very patient. The if the market give us pips or no, or we take the losses as the market goes from there. So that was a long over there. Market breaks from here, trades, and now I'm using trend lines as well to trade there. Here is another one, the short start over here, over there. And this is what I like in the 4 hours. Every time, you know, when people talks about, and this is the part of my workshop that you will see if you become a GMT student, you will see that actually the weekly candle close give us patterns in the small time frame. So that's a famous symmetrical triangle. The short is telling me over here, and that it is a very short trade. And we continue doing just one thing. Okay, we leave, remember, the 20% at the bottom, 20% at the top. I don't know this. I let price action dictate to me. I don't tell the price action what to do, but very patiently I wait for those trades over there. And that it is. Successful trades. Do we have losses trades? That was a good one over here with the weekly. We don't never know when this is going to happen. I always keep saying to people, a disciplined trader is the person to come back to trading when he make money, he lost money or break even the day before, the week before, the month before. It's the persistent that it pays the profits from that. So as we continue, you know, trading the weekly over and over again, every week. The weekly say go short, you go short. The weekly say go long, long, short, and it just keep repeating. Trading only one lot size, which is a $10 a pip, using a $10,000 in 5 months, you would have done 6,100, and I think it says $50 or $90 over there. Well, that's not too bad, isn't it? Just to following one simple indicator, price action close of the weekly. Do you think that's simple enough to follow every single week? So let's look at the British pound, which is one of the volatile currencies that now we have the weekly here underneath, and there we are. We're looking, if the weekly says to go short, we're looking whether the beginning Monday morning where we're going to be looking to go short. We put the entry, we put the stop loss over there, and that's the trace. And then whatever is happening, we moving our stop loss as a new highs and lows the market provide us, and then we take the winners and we take the losses, and there we are, and again and again and again and again, and we continue the good fun as the market provides us week after week after week, another week and another week and another week, and that's it. So you take it what the market is giving you. You take the winners, you take the losses. Doesn't matter. Whatever you do in there, you just follow the weekly candle close direction. That's how simple this strategy works. It's amazing how something so simple it works in here. And there we are. We start somewhere in January. We finish in May. So that's, let's see, 4 months, 5 months, and trading only one lot size, only one currency. Now we know the pound US is a very volatile currency. So therefore, from here, we see the winners and the losses through this period, and we got $8,723 made. Is that good enough for you? Would you be happy to have some kind of consistent success just by doing something simple? Now, as I said to you before, this not only works for Forex, it works for everything. Whoever wants to trade the major indices in this planet, there we go. The S&P 500. Weekly candle close, normally I wait for the daily pullback to a level of support or resistance. Put it 4 hours. That's what the main time frame and entry. And there we are. Flying trade after trade. Now, this tip would be very good for the Wall Street in America because they can really copy my system over there. Weekly candle close is completed. This case is 99% to the close. We got level of support and market retrace, and there it is. And what the thing I like is the explosion of the movements that is happening from there. The Japanese 225 weekly candle close. Who doesn't love something like that? You see, this is the part here. I close a trade that I did, and this is the part that I don't trade. All right. As I say, the tops and the bottoms of the market only God does know. He never whispered to me. So I let this move happen. I only come when the weekly is telling me it's time to come. So therefore, take the trade, and there we are. Very, very simple. The Friends 40 weekly candle close, very good. We got a monthly low over there, double bottom. We got a invisible levels that I actually have an indicator that it gave me the invisible levels that you will learn this about these levels in the 2 days workshop. And there we are. Retracement, breaks, and flies. One of the things I love out of this is fly. But you see, it's the first week that turns around is when the good run happen like this one. UK 100 weekly is size down, so therefore we're gonna look for retracement, try the break, and just move your stop loss. I didn't know this top, I didn't know this bottom, but the 60 in the middle, it makes me happy. If that can make you happy as well, you're welcome to there. That's the Australian 200 weekly down. Now this weekly is over here that has not much compared to that, so I'm continuing looking down and then didn't do much. How many of you trade in Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency world? Well, I have good news for you because this works actually for everything. Bitcoin, weekly candle close up, beautiful level of support. That's when the market was on the $6,000. The moment is still on the $4,000. Daily comes down, and 4 hours we're looking for entry, and there we are. No problem. We're looking for a support level, weekly candle close up, daily pullback, and that is running again with Ethereum. Ethereum is a very nice crypto to trade. Double bottom, we got a weekly completed a spinning top, the call or hammer candle. I don't know much about these Japanese candle names, but one thing I know is where the close it is. That's all I'm interested in. The daily pulls, and then we have our trade with Litecoin. This is Monero, same thing, weekly up. Daily is a little bit of slide down, and that's the entry it is. What about the Australian share market? I didn't put the US stock market. I can do that as well because nothing is out of there. Weekly candle close down. We're waiting for the daily breaks over here, daily pullbacks, and there it is. Beautiful run from 33 National Australian Bank from $33 strike to $28, and it's the first week that turns around. You see, a lot of people could say here, oh, this is only a retracement, you know. But for me, I'm looking the first week that turns around, and that's it. Market consolidates. Like I said, I have my own system to identify what week will work the best. So there it is. The week is breaking over here. It didn't go much, but after a few weeks and this consolidation, the market runs beautiful from there. Weekly candle close, finish up, breaks over here, and that's the run. Now, is that a coincidence or is really there? Weekly candle close, very strong close, very strong open as well. Market breaks on $35. This strategy is like taking a candy from a child. That's how simple it is. That's how simple we try to keep with GMT and myself to make this work. Weekly candle close positive. This is Commonwealth Bank, double bottom of the market. Market breaks $2.80. Thank you very much. Weekly candle close below to the midpoint, double top on the market. Market breaks $2.50. Thank you very much. Weekly candle close above, looking for a level of support somewhere over here. Market breaks $2.50. Thank you very much. Weekly candle close breaks over here, $6 runs, not too bad. Weekly candle close below to the midpoint, trace around here, only went 350. Weekly candle close above, market breaks $4.90, $15 from April to November, could I say? Is that a good way of trading the stock market for anyone who does maybe leverage CFDs or that? Do you think this is something that you could see do it yourself? Yes or no? How many of you liked so far the strategy that you see? Commodities, who try gold? Gold is one of the highest commodities. US oil and gold actually is there. Same thing. Weekly candle close below to the midpoint of the range of the candle. Come to the 4 hours, draw a trend line, wait for the break, trade, and there it is, 100 points. Weekly candle close or $100. Candle close above the midpoint of the range of the candle. Look for the trend line, wait for the break, $120. Weekly candle close above the midpoint of the range of the candle. Look for data there. Look always the previous low high for draw your stop loss. Once you have the first move, draw a trend line and exit at the break, and that's it. Weekly candle close below to the midpoint of the range of the candle. Look for the break. Stop loss at the highest of these levels. Always leave some buffer over there. And if you get out of that trade, that's your next entry over here. So nothing wrong to get that one there. $200 run. Weekly candle close about the midpoint of the range of the candle. That's a beautiful symmetrical triangle on the 4 hours time frame. Market breaks from there, $90. Weekly candle close, even if it is insignificant, is the pattern that it forms the break. If I get a stop over there, that's fine. Enter back again, and $34. Weekly candle close below to the midpoint of the range of the candle. Pattern formation, 4 hours break, $110. And I tell you, $592 trading from February until July. Is that a good way to make money? How many of you glad that you have come today and learned this? So it's a system that you can start making very money. Now, this strategy come up around 2012, 2013, and this is actually, real people, friends who is until now they're still my students. They say, I want to thank you for the knowledge you shared with us in the webinars and workshops. I've been using the weekly strategy since you started your workshop. I have hit my profit targets every week since. This week is Friday morning. I have 760 people locked in profit with traders still running. This is an awesome strategy. Beside regular profit, the other benefits of this weekly strategy is how much time I have saved. I spend 2 hours on the weekend drawing trend line, same as me. Look around 25 currencies, and this time I did not have my watch list selection. It takes only 1 hour or less per day to review it. Majestic was one of the expert advisors we used in that time. with the trading plan and manage trigger position. Absolutely fantastic. This weekly strategy is simple, easy to use, quickly, and most of all, profitable. What more could you want? Thank you so much. You're an outstanding teacher. I'm very grateful to you. You're an inspiration. I feel blessed to have you in my life. With much gratitude, Tony Court, Cairns, Australia. So he's a guy who lives there. This frame is from Gold Coast. And he said, this one is even better. I would never have thought that I could achieve so many pips in one day. And to think that I closed few positions which could easily have an inside made this nearly profit 600 pips more than it is. I know it's most likely retract by G. This is from the following what I learned from you. While the monetary value of this trade is not significant, is the fact that I am able to achieve these pip numbers. That is a real test. This is so much for me to show off what I have, but I say thank you for what you have helped me to achieve. I hope it continues. John Livingstone from Gold Coast, Australia. And there it is. This friend was an expert in trading, and suddenly he decides to come to my workshop, which was around 2012. I just want to thank you for the mail and thank you for the amazing weekend I have been constantly studying the Forex market, and was somewhat skeptical of doing another course. It's hard to appreciate how you have been able to make what it be a complex topic so easy to appreciate. It most likely I need to throw out of the encyclopedia and read the storybook. The following up live webinars are cementing in the learning. You're truly one of the few who leads by example and walk the walk and not just talk the talk. Thanks again, Philip Corley, Gold Coast, Australia. Hello, my friend. I have just watched yesterday's teaching session, the Trendline's excellent exposition, particularly putting the top and the bottom trendline examined. We thank God for sending you into this world with a message at such a time as this. We thank you for all these revelations. Our confidence level and for Forex trading certainly increases. Many thanks. God bless you. Gojo Afeo from America. And that it is. So that's actually, I have a folder of this. So I couldn't put, I just have to pick few. I couldn't put it there. People who there. What is your challenge? The biggest challenge we all face is the challenge that your own self-doubt and self-belief. I remember one day went to a friend who actually trades the London market, and when I went to his office, he has, and this is when I was just learning, he has a wood sign in his office. He say believe, and I say, Alan, why you have this sign? What does it mean? I say, Jeff, the day that you believe that you can trade, you become a trader. And I never forget his word. The day that you believe that you can trade, you will become a trader. And this is the challenge that you have. All right? Is to believe that you can make it. Now, look, I came to Australia in 1995 with $500 in my pocket and I could not speak English. All right? And it took me 4 years to gain my permanent residence in this country. A lot of hardship through all this. After a miracle from heaven, I gained my permanent residence, get my citizenship. Then I have this challenge. And I remember the words of this friend. To become a trader, I only need to believe that I can trade. I don't know if that helped you tonight, but tell you what you see is a real stuff. It's not come from fairy tales. It's something real and beautiful. It's very simple. It is your self-doubt and your self-belief that defines and limits who you are. I always tell my kids, the only limits that you have in life is the limits that you set up. You said, I can run 1 mile, you will run 1 mile. No more, no less. And this is when the challenge comes. This is no another course. This is no another, system. This is just you expanding your limits here. You will become something special by doing this. What we offer you now, you will have 2 days entries to the daily live FX webinar. But I received from GMT that we should extend to 3 days. I'm happy to extend to 3 days. Normally I do 2 days. So from tomorrow, if you already here, you will become to my daily live webinars. All right, you happy with that? So you will see what happened the next 3 days, how we put the trades, where we put and how we do things using the weekly candle closes strategy. All right, and there you can make some questions. If it is too many questions, because I try to run between 20 to 30 minutes the videos, and that will be on the live. I start 10 a.m. Queensland time. We are GMT plus 10 here for those who are overseas. But if you cannot make it to the live webinars, I will record it and send you to your inbox. So you will receive through Hightail, which is an American company. Send the files through there. You just need to register, and then you're going to be able to watch it and download it into your computer and keep this as a gift from GMT and Jeff Arcos. Not only that, but as well, I send the chats setups of the possible trades, and this is the beauty. So people, have the time to come to the live webinar. So but if you cannot make it, you can watch the record webinar. If you cannot watch the record webinars, you can actually look the highlight setups that I send. The chats are setting up already there, so you only need to copy and paste. Now, more into that, I don't think so. Anyone can offer you that. It's no back testing, tell you, I have seen many workshops, people go and they do all the back testing and they show how rich they become. It's very easy to do back testing. My kids can do back testing better than me. Say you would buy here, you would sell there and make $1 million. Here is forward testing every single day. All right. So nothing on the right hand side of the screen. It's just that's where we make the decisions over there. Now, if you decide not to be part of this GMT and Jeff Arcos education, that's fine, but from then on, I will send you the weekly results that we achieve with the weekly candle close, as well the monthly results until you decided, look, we don't want to put a pressure to anyone. We just want help to everyone who wants to be helped at the end of the day. So this is my weekly results that I have every week, as well the monthly results here. Every month we have. So you will receive these two things after the 3 days if you decide not to be part of the educational package, but that's fine, and we will send you. So that's the weekly monthly results. That's how far in August we done it. 4,600 pips for 5 weeks. It's not bad. 920 pips per week. October, it was not too bad. We got some hiccups through the week. Sometimes announcement upset the market, but still is the outstanding balance that we're looking at the end of the day. Now we have 2 watch lists. Before I used to have only 1, but now we work with 2. The watch list number 1 is the highest probability trade. The watch list number 2 is the lower probability trade. Normally, the number 1 always will give us the bigger results, and the number 2 always going to give it the lowest results there. So the system is being improving, especially with the expert advices that we're working on at the moment. So this is what you will see every week, every month for the rest of your life if you want to, until you say, look, I got enough, I'm not interested anymore, and then we just take you out of it there. Now, this is what normally you will get if you become part of my group. What we'll send you every week is the watch list for the week. So the highest probability trades. We will send you the chats, watch list number 1, watch list number 2, and at the end of the week, the results that we get in there. So that's what's normally we get in the watch list number 1 is actually the highest probability trade. So here we see the New Zealand group, the Australian group, and the Canadian group and the Australian group, on 3 groups only there. Then in the watch list number 2, there is the lowest probabilities. The difference between these 2 groups is the watch list number 1 has actually the strong versus the weak. The watch list number 2, it has the weak versus the weak, the strong versus the strong. And that's what they are. But it's still tradable, but most likely will not give us the results that we actually wanted. Then you will receive on a daily basis, Monday to Friday, the chat setups with the trades that we're looking, and then that's it. So this is what the weekly results it will be sending for the groups that we have here. And as you see, the watch list number 2 always is the dodgy one, because this is what is being a bit incredible for the weekly candle closes system, is this watch list. How do I make this watch list? Is my own personal sort of called secret. How I classify, how I pick the good ones, and there, but you receive this watch list once you are, done the workshop and become part of the live webinars over there, and there it is. Now, this strategy has been since 2013. I've been sort of tuning up week by week, month by month, year by year. And this is what it is. Since 2013 to 2019, I've been working, over and over again, making 52 weeks per year trading. I have every single trade, every single video that I done in the last 6 years, and trading this. How to become a trader? I always ask people, you need three things: education, tools, and action. How to become a carpenter? You need go to TAFE or any carpenter school. You might need to buy tools and any hardware, but then the action is up to you. We will help you with the education and the tools. The tools are just all dedicated for the weekly candle closes strategy. We're working with GMT, Shane and myself, into bringing, a fully automatic system with this strategy. It's amazing what is coming. It's out of this planet, I believe, and we will not just do for this Forex market, but we will do for anything else. So the future is now in our hands. I'm so blessed to be, find GMT and Shane, because I can see the potentials that we have and what is that my education and their tools. But the action is up to you. You got to do the action. Without that, nothing is happening. It's like I'm going to see a soccer game and you just being an spectator and not a player. Nothing is going to happen there. What you will get with us, the first thing you will get is 2 days workshop. Is a downloaded version that we're working on. I hopefully finish soon the download version. And but one of my questions that I always say to people, what can you learn in 2 days workshop? And I always say, who become an engineer in 2 days, or become a doctor in 2 days, or become a teacher in 2 days? Nobody is it. So why people think that trading is only 2 days workshop and that's it, you are now in the top of the world with that? No, this is no different. And that's what I create, the daily educational webinars. Whatever you learn in the 2 days workshop, you will come every single day and you will see what you learn. Without the workshop, the daily webinars will have no sense, because all the tricks and tips that we show over there is applicable here on a daily webinars that we have. And this is when you build it. Look, I have people with me from ages, and sometimes I ask them, why are you still with me? And they say, where we're gonna go, Jeff? There is nothing that has something similar to what you do for people, is to educate us on a daily webinar. One of the things that it changed a lot in my life is a book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad and Poor Dad. And this guy was saying, the rich is the one who has money, but the wealthy is who has the power to make money. And he say, that the only way to have an income is to have an asset. The wealthy people has assets, and he say that God give us an asset, which is our brain. If you put into your brain, you put education into yourself, you will reap the profits from it. And I always keep saying, people, it's very important to have a winner mindset, because I have seen the winners never quit, quitters never win. If you want to be inspired, look the life of Sylvester Stallone, look the life of so many people that is amazing how, the mindset is winning. And I say to people in trading, the only way you're going to lose is when you give up. All right, and this is the reality of it. So that's what the daily education webinars are here to, to keep you pushing you, to keep you to helping you. You can make questions as much as you want, and I will answer all the questions in due time. Apart from that, we will record every daily webinars, send you to your inbox as well. We're gonna send the daily chat setups Monday to Friday, 52 weeks on the year, and that's not an issue. It's not back testing, but it's a forward testing from that about the strategy that we have over here. You will learn in my course, you will learn about the power of this weekly candle close strategy. You will have what to trade, which is the watch list selection, when to trade, which are looking for daily reversals, how to trade, which is the stem system, and the weekly candle close trading plane that we have over there. So you will get this, you will learn this and so many tips and secrets that we have over here. We have few EAs now. We including these tools with the workshops and the webinars, and you will have my own Jeff Donchen channel, my own creation. Then we will have GMT weekly candle close, golden candle, and pivot trader, which is my favorite EA that I will show you very soon a little bit of that. The EA triggers the trade even if it happened at 2 a.m. And this is the beauty, especially for those who are from Australia. You know, the majority of the move of the market is happening when London and American open, and that's what currency really run. But we are sleeping at that time. Well, with the expert advices, we don't miss those trades anymore. It has its own stop loss and take profit. It works in NT4 platform. Currencies, futures, indices, commodities, whatever the NT4 platform has, it will trade from there on. You will never miss a trade again. You don't have to wait for a trade. Set and forget. No more stress, no more emotions. Your best ever friend, and I call my trading partner. The EA will do what you ask him to do. Never will complain. Never gonna come back to you and tell you, idiot, what you doing? It will do what you ask him to do. I always joke with people and say, if my wife is like my EAs, I would be happy married. I'm 26 years happy married, but it's the other way around here. My wife is the boss, so I just look down and listen to my beautiful wife. And that's it. That's a part of the end of my presentation. So you wanted more information. So hope to see you tomorrow if you can make it to the live webinars. And for the full purchase of the educational package, you need to contact to Shane at his address, and he will give you more details. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of the EA. So the principles of our trading is very simple, that we're looking first of all what we say the watch list. So I show you a little bit of the watch list for this week. This week we are week 48 is today. So what we have in here is first of all is this watch list. So in this watch list, we're looking at the moment all the New Zealand group, the Swiss group, the Australian group, the Yen group, the US group, so that's my watch list number one. This week is a bit exceptional. Is normally we have around 10 to 11 currencies to look, and this is the one we're trading over there. And then we look at the watch list number two is actually that. So every week, Monday morning, I send this watch list. Most of people only looking to trade the watch list number one because it's enough to, looking. Now, the higher the group is the better. So group number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 group. So this one actually there are no much volatiles, but this one will be the one who makes the most of the money. All right, so this is part. So if we're looking, for example, New Zealand Swiss, we're looking over here and we say, let me see here, New Zealand Swiss is there. So just for example over there, so there it is, the weekly candle close is the EA is telling me over there. So what I'm looking is from this week is to come down over there and look for a trade over here. That's all. Now, is that too hard for you? All right, so that's all that we have. So from there we're looking to trade. Now as the time progress, we will have a new what I call pivot point, and this is when our I really love this EA that we have at the moment, because GMT has done this, and I think and that's the one. So suddenly once we have the watch list over there, we just come over here, put the E8, and that's it. Now, who would like to work once a week? and come back and take the profits at the end of the week. Come on, you got to be exciting about this, isn't it? So that's what we do. What is the watch list again? So we got the New Zealand yen. So we'll go over here, New Zealand yen, and the same thing. That's the watch list over there. So the only thing, this is what 2013. This is what I was doing. I normally wait for the market to finally open. Look, the first fractal or pivot trade at the beginning of the week, and from there we put a trade over there. And our famous EA does exactly the same. Just draw the line, and that's it. And let the market to do what it wants to do. We don't worry anymore after that. All the emotions, all the stress, and that even with the system that is proven us for the last 16 weeks. Actually, last week is the first week I have a losing week. It's because all the weeklies were very high, and I told everyone on Monday, with my experience on losses over there, I still follow in the trading plane. I don't mind to give it away, because I know that I can make it the next time. Now from here, the pivot trader will find another pivot point, draw the new line, and that's it. And this is how complex it is. We will need actually at least one day to run through all these settings. Everything is exciting, and it will improve more and more and more. And this is only one of the many expert advices we have that will help us to that. Now you see this line over here is actually an indicator for the weekly candle close. It's telling me that the price has closed below to the midpoint. From vertical line to vertical line is 1 week, and from there we trade. So you can't even miss those trades. Once we got the watch selection, we just come over here and tell the EA what to do. How beautiful is that? Another one, the last one before it's getting too long, the video. You don't mind if I stay a bit more? No? But anyway, you will come to the live webinars, and then you will see all these exciting trades that are there. So New Zealand US was up, I think. There we are. There we have here. And the same thing. So the EA calculates, goes back, finds, doesn't find this, go always to the lowest, there, draw the trend line, and that's it. Now, I used to have as well, I don't know if I have here, well, nothing happened there. So let's look over there. The Trendline Trader was one of my first inventions that I did have. And was, my beginning. That's 2015. And it's exactly, but in here, in this case, I have to look for the trend lines. I have to draw. I have to do manually everything over there. All right. And this is why I love it that I love this one, because here, I only need, and then I used to come over there, find my lowest over here, come back over there, draw and so I went and sell here, sell 10 pips below, and that's it. And this is one of my own creation. No, that's the wrong one. Here, that's the one. And there it is, sell 10, and then I put a stop loss and everything manual. But thanks God, now technology is going so smart that we just need to right click it, put the weekly direction, short. This is another EA we have as well. So we have so many there, but here it is. So we're looking, the line says to me, look for short. So the only thing I go long, short, or not trade at all. Click over there and let the EA do the rest. And that's it. Go and come back at the end of the week. As I show you the video, you will see, because this is exactly what I was doing and drawing. And as the time progresses, the EA will continue redrawing the lines as the market goes. And this is the simplicity of the system. It's just whatever we find a weekly candle close over there. So the EA, the only thing the EA does is come back over here, draw the lines over there, and try the breaks. Pick the money, and that's it. Here's another weekly over here. The market goes back over there, wait for the new pivot trader, trade the break, put the stop loss over here, and maybe get the loss, whatever it is over there. Another week over here, come back over there, finds a point of trading, market breaks, and that it is. So time to that. My friends, it's been 1 hour. Thank you very much for coming today. This video has been recorded by GMT. Unfortunately, my recorder did not work. I hope so, Shane, you did record it on your side. But yeah, so thank you, Barry. I will see you tomorrow. And this is all I can share with you today. I hope so that this strategy that I show you today, freely giving, freely receiving, it will help to improve if become part of the educational package. But we are here to help you in any shape, in any form. And yeah, so from GMT to myself, we are committed to help to every person to come to make success. Look, it's nothing more the extra than what you see. What you will see in the workshop is something that it will blow your mind. You will need to go through a recovery season after what you see, what you're going to see over there. But the strategy is very simple. It's black and white system, 100% mechanical, no stress. And what I like now the most is our expert advices that we have. God bless you, all of you. Have a good evening, and thank you very much, and see you in another time. Cheers and bye.